Most of us are aware that the horizontal extent of the ice covering the Arctic Ocean has shrunk, with especially rapid decreases in the amount of open water in the summertime Arctic in the past decade. This decreasing horizontal extent has been visible, literally, from satellite images and from reports of marine navigators, but a measure that has not been known as widely and is much more difficult to obtain is the thickness of the Arctic sea ice. We now know that the thickness has decreased by more than 50% in the last 50 years. These data come to us from recently declassified U.S. Navy work and recent satellite data. Ice on Greenland and the Antarctic continent. There are massive amounts of ice perched on Greenland and Antarctica, and they are very important in Earth's climate. Just in the past few years, about 9 or 10 years, it has become possible to measure changes in the masses of ice in these two places. The data show that ice is being lost and at accelerating rates. Of course, snow is added during the respective winter times and lost in the following summers, but rather than being in balance, the net annual change is negative and increasingly so. These key measurements are from NASA satellites, which use ultra-sensitive gravity measurements and sophisticated radars. Sea level. Sea levels are rising worldwide. The measurements are now made by specialized radar ranging instruments on Earth-orbiting satellites. Prior to 1992, the best estimate of global average sea level rise was about 1.6 millimeters a year, and there were significant differences from continent to continent. Now the observed rate is twice as much, and 3.2 millimeters a year, and the worldwide average is known more clearly. And we can explain this sea level rise much better than 10 years ago by simply adding the rates due to the warming of water, which expands the water in the ocean, the loss of ice from Greenland, the loss of ice from Antarctica, and the loss of ice from continental glaciers. So that picture is becoming clearer.